Hello, my name is Elvis, and you are watching Joan of Art House. I am so excited to finally talk about this movie. I did actually already shoot this with my friend Sabin. What's up, Sabin? It's more of like a conversation, a discussion about the movie, and not necessarily an analysis that I was looking for. I'll post that like right along with this video, and just in case you guys see the movie, you guys can go back to our discussion video and see if there were things that you had related to, or maybe had not, or maybe something that we had missed that you wanted to talk about. Please let us know. I realize I haven't even mentioned the name of the movie. The 100th movie that I saw was Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. I absolutely love this movie. You know what? Let's get in there. I love this movie. I have it in the Criterion collection, and there's so much good stuff that comes with this. I am so obsessed with this movie and the Criterion collection, and it came with this little book. It has like just this multi-sided thing. Oh my god, I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. Ghost Dog is an incredibly special movie to me, only because it all the interests that I have are instantly checked within, I think, the first 10 minutes of the movie. The kind of like heavy boom of that kind of East Coast rap beats followed along a very like dusk blue. This is my favorite color, with very interesting cinematography following these pigeons. I love that stuff. And even like the incredibly bold red lettering of the cast and credits and crew and all that jazz. Dude, I love this movie so dang much. I should talk more about what it's about. Ghost Dog is directed by Jim Jarmusch, cinematography by Robbie Mueller, edited by Jay Robinowitz, and it has Forrest Whitaker as Ghost Dog, Damon Whitaker as the younger version of him, Henry Silva as Ray, Cliff Gorman as Sonny, Isaac DeBancoli, Raymond, John Tormey as Louis, Camille Winbush as Herline, Trisha Visay as Louise Vargo, Richard Partnow as Frank, or Handsome Frank, and Victor Argo as Vinny. Ghost Dog is kind of like a student, a follower of the Bushido way of the samurai, the way of the samurai, and Ghost Dog sees himself as a retainer of Louis, a local mobster who saved Ghost Dog's life years ago while living as a hitman for the American mafia. It's the Italian mob. He adheres to the code of the samurai and interprets and applies the wisdom of the Hagakure. Louis tells Ghost Dog to kill a gangster, Handsome Frank, who is sleeping with the daughter of local mafia boss Vargo. Ghost Dog arrives and kills the gangster before seeing the girl is also in the room. He leaves her alive. To avoid being implicated in the murder of a made man, Vargo and his associate Sony decide to get rid of Ghost Dog. And the entire movie is it's not like it's not some kind of like action thriller that like really grips you, but it's the story and the vibes and the style that really hold you down as you go into this roller coaster of a film. Oh my god, this movie is all style, all substance, and I love it. So this is what I love about this movie, and I don't know if somebody else who has seen this movie would agree. I mean, of course, in some degree, they would agree. I love everything about this movie, from the performances, um, from the sound, the editing, the music, directing, and the world building. In Ghost Dog, there's like a sense of tranquility. It's not necessarily boring, nor is it slow that it point where you feel like it's dragging, but it's very calm, like water. You see what I'm saying? Like all the drama or kind of action sequences, they're not necessarily very loud, very like um think of Denzel Washington in Training Day, you know, like King Kong got shit on me. It's never to that point where somebody's yelling or being incredibly loud. I don't know how else to explain it. And I think what's also important in this movie that isn't very upfront, I guess in the trailers or something. Let's watch some parts of the movie. See, like, I love that stuff. It's got the title, it's got the with the menu, and like what else do you need? I love this so damn much. I'm only gonna play maybe like the first 30 minutes or so, or as long as I keep talking, just so that you kind of get an idea of the vibes, the energy in this movie, and yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's just watch some of it. I am a huge fan of the Criterion collection, and this logo, absolute love. This is my shit. What I was saying about like tranquility and being very slow, but not necessarily boring, or not necessarily like dragging its feet. It's reflected very clearly that the Italian mob or the American mob is way past its peak of influence on whatever city ground that they're in, and these mobsters are legit pathetic. They hold no real power to whatever city that they're in. They are struggling themselves to even really stay alive in the community. I guess the first scene that we see with the mobsters, I guess very truly, is one of the mobsters giving rent money, or I think he's giving out a loan to somebody, but these mobsters don't have the money to give away, and the guy that he's talking to, he holds all this money, and he's like, is this for real, eh? Like what the fuck? Sonny gives him this money, and he's like, I'll get the rest to you tomorrow, no problem. Like what kind of mob boss says that they don't have enough money? Like the whole thing is to have power and influence to give to others so that they owe them. Do you see what I'm saying? And this person can't fulfill that. Nobody can fulfill that. Nobody in that family can really fulfill the power that the Italian mob or just plain old mobsters, gangsters have. Do you see what I'm saying? And it really kind of makes you visualize and understand that these are two dying breeds of tribes, really, from the way of the samurai, non-existent, including the Italian mob, who are weakening and dying in this movie. It just put these two antiquated cultures who are dying together. They're the last of their kind. One of the actors at the end says something like, you know what's good about this Ghost Dog fellow? He's sending us out like the good old days. Because those kind of endings, that kind of glorious mafia kind of deaths like Scarface or Goodfellas, that stuff doesn't exist anymore, at least to these people. I don't know, it's very interesting to see a different perspective, a different light to a mob movie. It was kind of, in a way, really refreshing. I try not to talk about Ghost Dog in that same pathetic sense that these mobsters are, because there is a certain grace and harmony and nobility that Ghost Dog carries, especially in this scene. These two people walk out, and Ghost Dog like slips right in between them. See, like that person, his attention is not towards Ghost Dog. Did not even look at him. Doesn't even, I guess, register that there was somebody behind him. And that really goes to show the skill, the sharpness of this man's ability, and it's just insane. Throughout the entire movie, there are little details like that that emphasize and cement the characters and who they are, and like how they are in the world, if that makes sense. With that being said, sound is incredibly important in this movie. I think in this scene here, right here, where he ducks down, there is the slightest like as he ducks down underneath the car, and it is such a small thing that you wouldn't really think about, wouldn't really care about, honestly, but that little just cements that Ghost Dog's skills are so sharpened and honed that he truly does disappear in some kind of way. And just little things like that really add to the character of Ghost Dog, and it is incredibly brilliant. All these little things are like kind of stashed and hidden throughout the entire movie, and like once you pick them up, you're like, oh my god, like you probably actually wouldn't react like that. It's such a small little thing. As important sound is, it is also important when to break in silence. And this movie is not afraid to let you sit in silence to really feel the kind of tension that is in the air, or I guess sneakiness that's happening. Like Ghost Dog doesn't say a word for, I think like a good while. I mean, he's just a man of few words, and this intro scene, he doesn't talk throughout the entire thing, and the only parts that you do hear are excerpts that he reads from the Hagakure. Every excerpt is so important to the story and where the movie is going. And this movie, oh my god, this movie, I love this movie. Actually, I'll read you the first excerpt. In the book comes a even smaller book. Look how cute that is. This is the first excerpt from the Hagakure handbook. The way of the samurai is found in death. Meditation on inevitable death should be performed daily. Every day when one's body and mind are at peace, one should meditate upon being ripped apart by arrows, rifles, spears, and swords, being carried away by the surging waves, being thrown in the midst of a great fire, being struck by lightning, being shaken to death by a great earthquake, falling from 1,000-foot cliffs, dying of disease, or committing seppuku at the death of one's master. And every day without fail, one should consider himself as dead. This is the substance of the way of the samurai. that itself is just completely encapsulates what really goes down in this movie. And there are so many passages in this book that reflect on Ghost Dog's mentality. We'll pick a random one again. There is surely nothing other than the single purpose of the present moment. A man's whole life is a succession of moment after moment. If one fully understands the present moment, there will be nothing else to do and nothing else to pursue. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, this movie goes so damn hard. Sorry, getting off topic. Editing. Holy shit. Editing is so incredibly crucial, and it is so important. Editing is the foundation of this movie. It's what makes this movie so special. I think in my previous video I had said that I didn't know editing could be so good. This is definitely it. Like, these mobsters, they're wearing saggy shirts with their chonies, with their reading glasses, and they don't even have like a grandiose house. They live in a house that legit, like, I lived in. That cross, somewhere in my house. Painted walls, somewhere in my house. I don't know how else to describe this movie. This movie is so well done. Let's talk about music for a second. I didn't know anything about this movie while the credits were rolling. I saw one of the last credits, music by the RZA, and I myself am a huge fan of the Wu-Tang Clan. Their producer, the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan, is the Abbott, the RZA, who had produced and made music for all of the Wu-Tang Clan members. His production to music and the way it swells into the scene and lingers, but not to the point where you become annoyed by it, but it's just right to capture the sense of like vibes. This is such a well produced form of music, and I wish I have the album to this. The director Jim Jarmusch had talked with Forrest Whitaker very passively or passingly, and had brought up the idea that hey, if I have something to work in, I would really like for you to be in it. And Forrest was so 100% on board. Another thing that I kept forgetting is that there is a small TV every once in a while that is playing some form of 1950s, 60s cartoons. And I feel like it's almost a rule by now, but if you're going to show some kind of media, especially from back then, it has to be related to what the scene entails or what it's going to entail in the future. And there are these scenes and these cartoon scenes that happen that kind of tell you what's happening in the movie, or what's gonna happen, and it really eases you into the next scene. And there's a very gracious, very easy flowing flow through all of this, and it works so well. This movie is damn good, dude. It's currently on HBO. If you truly have a chance to watch this, and you have maybe second thoughts or maybe regards to watch this, think about it like this. If you're a fan of rap, specifically 90s rap, and even more specifically 90s East Coast rap, this is your vibe. If you're a fan of that kind of action packed of bro stuff like guns, samurais, gangsters, westerns, this is your vibe. If you're a fan of Bernie Mac, this is your vibe. If you know, you know. And if you do know, let me know. Yeah, I understand if maybe it's something that you don't like, if it's a little boring, if it's a little long, if it's not so like action packed or something like that. That's fine. It's fine. If you are in any kind of shape or way or form interested in any of the things that I just said, please, for the love of God, watch this movie. Conclusions. I know I've been yapping and talking and more rambling about this movie and how much I love it, and I wish I can go more in depth on this, but I lack the time, and I'm not even gonna give an excuse. I wish I can go more in depth into this movie, and I'm probably just gonna link some videos dissecting and talking about this movie in a higher literary sense than I can provide. I can't express how thankful I am that everybody is watching, and giving me feedback, giving me movie recommendations. All that is so important to me, and I have such a high value when I get to interact with you, whether it be in person or not. When you tell me a movie that means so important to you, that is so dear to you, I hold it with such a high regard. And when I watch this movie, I'm watching something that you love or something that you hate, and it further connects me to you as a person. And yeah, I love watching movies, and if I can watch a movie that you love, I feel in some kind of way closer to you. And now that I'm 100 movies in, it feels enormous that I am this far along, and I think every single person who watches this, and I appreciate you so damn much, and thank you. My name is Elvis, and you're watching Joan of Our House. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.